I'll be 41 in just a few short months. For the past 16 years, I've primarily lived alone, save for a 2-year period sharing a home with a former girlfriend. Apart from that, it's always just been me. And let me tell you, living alone is absolutely fantastic. It genuinely is. However, it's crucial to understand what you're stepping into and to be prepared for it. If you rush into solitary living without proper foresight, you might frequently find yourself returning home after a long day's work to an empty house, feeling a deep void within. This often leads to resorting to social media, endlessly scrolling in search of a genuine connection. Many can surely relate to this, as we now live in a world that is technically more connected than ever, yet most of us feel more isolated and disconnected than at any other time. There are numerous reasons for this growing phenomenon, which I believe will only continue to expand. Please share your experiences if you felt this way or if you currently live alone, as sharing with others can greatly help those going through similar challenges. This increasing trend of people feeling more isolated even amidst pervasive digital connection is significant because more and more individuals are actively choosing to withdraw from mainstream society. They are opting to forge their own paths and embrace solitary living, seeking peace and solitude over the constant noise of our busy world. This isn't necessarily because everything is inherently bad or negative, although that plays a part. What I truly believe is happening is that for many of us, especially those who recall a world before the internet and social media, modern society can feel like a prison for the mind. Many have started to see beyond superficial appearances, understanding things for what they truly are. Actively participating in this perceived illusion can feel incredibly trapping and draining as you navigate life knowing fundamental truths, perhaps that your work serves causes you don't believe in, or individuals who don't have your best interests at heart. People are realizing that much of what they've been taught about money and societal structures is designed to keep them ensnared. These profound realizations, when acknowledged while remaining within the system, can be deeply exhausting, compelling many to choose retreat and personal peace, making it incredibly difficult to draw them back into the fray once they've found their calm. However, choosing to retreat from society and live alone can also exact an emotional toll if you're not adequately prepared. This vital aspect is often overlooked in discussions. If you're not comfortable with your own company, you'll likely seek connection wherever you can find it, with the easiest route often being your phone, social media, and the internet. The danger in this is that while digital interactions might create a feeling of connection, they profoundly lack physical and, more importantly, spiritual connection. There's a unique power in shared human consciousness, and when that is replaced by a digital realm, it often leaves you feeling more empty and disconnected because you're missing that fundamental human-to-human aspect. This is a critical part of the illusion many of us have recognized. For old souls like me, who grew up in an era where direct physical interaction and communication were the norm, relating to this new digital way of connecting through screens can be tough, leaving us feeling profoundly isolated from a society that increasingly prioritizes it. Beyond the superficiality of digital interaction, there's a deeper issue. These digital connections often cannot be truly reciprocated. Even with a person on the other side of a screen, that face-to-face interaction is absent, and our minds inherently recognize this difference. It's not the same as being in the immediate presence of another. Furthermore, when interacting with online platforms that don't respond, or with artificial intelligence, you're communicating with inanimate objects devoid of feelings, unable to reciprocate emotion or genuine connection, and frankly, indifferent to you. These interactions are cold and robotic because they aren't real, another layer of illusion we often fall victim to, mistakenly believing these perceived connections hold substance. Adding to this complexity, many people are now actively avoiding in-person interactions because the world feels chaotic and individuals seem to have changed. There's a prevalent sense of emotional detachment, and some people appear volatile, prone to extreme reactions over trivial matters. Consequently, many simply wish to avoid such situations, especially in areas like dating, which has become notoriously challenging. The current division among people is off-putting, particularly for those of us from older generations who remember a time when approaching and speaking to a stranger was acceptable, not an act that might lead to public ridicule or confrontation. Many avoid this path because they've heard the horror stories, knowing how unpredictable and unwelcoming in-person interactions can sometimes be, leading to widespread isolation. Despite 16 years of living alone, I've discovered that genuine connections with real people are still absolutely possible. For me, the most effective way to foster these relationships is by coming together with others who share common interests and goals. It's all about finding and connecting with like-minded individuals. Over the years, I've bonded with people over numerous hobbies, from attending car shows with my custom 1984 S10 pickup truck, where I met enduring friends, to engaging in motocross and fishing. The list of my personal interests is extensive, but the crucial point is that if you have a hobby, an interest, or anything that ignites a passion within you, there's a 100% chance someone else out there shares that same enthusiasm. The key, however, is that you must have interests, hobbies, and something to look forward to beyond work. While it's possible to bond with colleagues, I've always preferred to keep my professional and personal lives separate to avoid potential complications. Therefore, if you currently lack hobbies and interests, make it a priority to find them. Delve deep within yourself to uncover what truly brings you joy and what your passions are. Paradoxically, the best way to uncover these personal truths is often through isolation and solitude. It requires setting aside time for yourself, confronting the silence, and truly looking inward to understand what drives you. This is precisely where being alone can be a major challenge for many, as it forces you to face that silence. This can be particularly tough if you harbor unresolved issues or demons you've never confronted. Without distractions, no books, no social media, no internet, just pure quiet. A lot of these internal matters tend to surface. After 16 years of this experience, I can confirm that if you don't find peace in this solitude and face your inner challenges, you will never truly be comfortable alone. Instead, your solitude will create a persistent void, fueling a constant need for external connection or distractions, rather than allowing you to simply exist peacefully in the present moment. What I've learned works best is to fully embrace the silence, find peace within it, and cultivate gratitude for the opportunity to experience such tranquility. Many people never get to find this peace or silence, largely because they are afraid to confront themselves in that state, fearful of what might arise. So be thankful that you can create this time for self-reflection. It is during these periods of complete solitude and peace, when you embrace your lone wolf state, that true personal growth and self-development occur. Being alone and at peace with it allows for optimal self-improvement, helping you become the best version of yourself. If you struggle to face this silence, I highly recommend spending time in nature. It's a powerful form of free therapy that alleviates feelings of loneliness. Surrounding yourself with the beauty of the natural world, walking barefoot on the grass, and exposing yourself to natural light has a profound effect on energy. It helps to discharge pent-up stress and anxiety, fostering a sense of calm. Consequently, instead of turning to social media when I crave connection and no one is around, I often step outside, finding productive outdoor activities. This is an ideal way to discover new outdoor hobbies if you don't already have them. After extensive time spent alone, I found that you eventually develop an internal strength, enabling you to comfortably navigate these periods of solitude. It gradually becomes a natural and enjoyable state. Now, especially since retiring over 2 years ago and spending most of my days at home on my farm with my dogs and other animals, I rarely want to leave. This is significant coming from someone who traveled 50 to 75% of the year for almost 2 decades. Even with all that travel, much of that time was still spent alone in hotel rooms, much like someone returning to an empty house after work. However, this solitary farm life now brings me immense peace and fulfillment, but only because I've learned how to face being alone. I differentiate this from loneliness, understanding that there's a profound difference between being alone and being lonely. It's about finding peace in solitude, recognizing that in life, there will inevitably be times when we are disconnected from others and left to ourselves. Therefore, being able to face these moments is not just crucial for those who choose a solitary life, but for everyone, as isolation is an unavoidable part of the human experience. When you discover this inner peace and become comfortable with solitude, you'll often find yourself naturally attracting like-minded people. Your mindset significantly shapes your reality, even on a small personal level, influencing how you live and perceive the world. If you view the world positively and feel comfortable regardless of whether you're with people or alone, that inner state will radiate outward in your interactions, naturally drawing individuals who resonate with your positive energy. Without reaching this point of internal peace, there's a risk of surrounding yourself with unhealthy connections, which can lead to toxic environments. Such toxicity, in turn, can be profoundly draining and another compelling reason to withdraw from society. From my 16 years of experience, being alone has brought about a profound shift in both myself and my reality. I've reached a stage where I cherish my peace, silence, and solitude so deeply that I can envision living this way indefinitely, realizing I don't inherently need anyone else around. While there are undoubtedly times when I naturally crave connection, a perfectly normal human desire, I find comfort in knowing that I don't have to have it. During those moments, a simple retreat into nature helps me rediscover my peace. Once you've built this mental fortitude and internal strength, you'll likely feel a natural inclination to share your story. Sharing your experiences is another powerful way to connect with like-minded individuals because everyone has a unique story and there will always be people who can relate. When you open up in this way, I can almost guarantee you'll find your people or your tribe, realizing that you are truly not alone.